Hello, we are back at you in Houston for some top 8 action for some Capcom versus SNK 2. We are throwing down here on the main stage to give you this finals experience on authentic arcade cabinets we brought out here for Texas Showdown. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I am the one and only Team Chris, running it back here in Houston, joined by the one and only, the legend himself, the reason Dr. Pepper is the #2 soda in the country, Rizwan.
Yo, what's going on, Team Chris? Happy Sunday. It's been a long weekend, but we found ourselves here at the top 8 25th anniversary of Texas Showdown, representing one of the most amazing fighting games, to exist. Really has, 2.5 decades, especially as long as Texas Showdown was around. It's been a main game, and we have we're down to our final 8.
Yeah, it's fantastic how long this game has come, and also how it continues to grow, increasing in accessibility. I've seen with the Capcom Fighting Collection too, people able to plug into it as well. But I've seen the tournament numbers have grown in Florida. There's a scene that happens. My nemesis, my personal nemesis, who bought the game back in 2001, and we trained together off of James Chen's textbook on GameFAQs. We've restored and renewed our rivalry as well that we got going on. I mean, this game's coming at you in all different directions. And I think the top 8 that we're going to see today widely reflects that, because we've got a mix of former champions, we've got some legends, we've got some killers from across the Pacific. And do you cross Pacific get to Japan and Texas? I'm talking about BAS, but yeah.
Yeah, I would think so. Actually, to get to Texas, I'm not quite sure. I didn't pay attention to BAS's itinerary, but taking it a step back, I think one of the coolest things about this tournament was what you open up with, the fact that it's on the arcade hardware, right? Like, this is really the baddest and best way of playing the game. And it's Naomi hardware. Our final 8 have prepared really, really hard. Just grinding this game out over the years, and we're gonna get to see them on action on real arcade hardware. So I'm super excited about that, and big up to Texas Showdown for, keeping everything authentic across the board, like all the legacy titles that we had, on arcade hardware. Who's your rival, by the way? You left them unnamed.
My nemesis?
Like, yeah, your nemesis. You left them unnamed for a while. I'm like,
he's
am
just
I
my
supposed to
nemesis.
get some
That's it. He's just my personal nemesis.
Okay,
that's all.
All right.
We all should have one. I think it's good for your growth. And likewise, even though we've seen some former champions coming out here returning to the stage, like BAS, Silentscope, and Sonic O, been back here, him winning it back in 2022, which is the first time I commentated Texas Showdown.
Okay.
You get to see like how much they've stepped up in their game as well, how much polish they've added to it. I mean, we just saw Silentscope with a fantastic performance in Super Turbo a few moments ago.
Right.
But also in EVO 2024, he had an unbelievable stand-up performance, finishing in the top 3 over there going on. And he's got a Rugal in his pocket as well, which is really great how he's brought that character to the stage, because that's a character that I loved a lot. I mean, just in my scrub days of just like randomly trying to hit grab people into the wall, love to see it. But he gets a lot of mileage out of that Crouch Fear, so you love to see it. We also got 3 new faces in CleverAdvisor, Suavion, and I think there's one more here.
It's my buddy aznmnky.
aznmnky, yeah.
Representing NorCal. And speaking of which,
there he is.
I think we're about to get them prepared right now. D44 BAS needs no introduction, but we'll give him one anyway. Since 2008, after that one evolution where John Choi came through with that miracle victory, I don't think anyone has eliminated BAS from a Capcom vs SNK 2 tournament in the United States since. So we're talking about, what's the math there?
There was a good performance there in 2024 with John Choi against BAS at EVO, which was a very close set. Yeah, that was there. But like you said, BAS has been outright unstoppable, and even more menacing. Like he's brought in Yamazaki here. Well, if I recall correctly, he subbed Sakura with him.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, he did play Sakura. He's found a lot of success. Looking at the stun right here, gets it, and that's going to be the end of Sakura. The one thing about this matchup in particular that I find interesting, I mean, Yama is not really the strongest character. He does have access to big damage. He does get to build that meter quite early, and, honestly, a lot of times it is a knowledge check. More players in the United States are catching up and learning how to fight Yama. aznmnky tried out the Sakura and didn't pay off, and now we have a straight-up mirror match for the second and third characters. Pretty common strategy you see in Japan. Dash up RG left here from aznmnky.
The switch side of the activation, but aznmnky says, I got you back. This time going with a great colored block.
Yeah, and aznmnky did make the Texas Showdown last year. I believe closed out at a 5th place finish. So looking to go deeper in the bracket this time around. Toughest opponent that you can get, but holding his own right now.
Oh, gets that activation. That's going to melt away. Send that meter.
This is RC Electric for Yama. One thing about Yamazaki's anti-airs are a little less conventional. So you have to have the positioning right. You're going to see the boss is sitting right outside that slide range in case, yep.
And we saw him able to intercept it with the Serpent Slice going low earlier, though. That was a big shift to keep him caged behind the windmills there.
There's that and stand medium. So there are a few buttons that will punish.
It is. He get away with that one, too. So BAS here is teetering on an OCD, depending if aznmnky can get anything out of the dictator here. I know in normal cases where we've seen BAS dominate the top 8 bracket, it comes where we've only seen like 2 opportunities for BAS to take defense.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, it feels like a DLC at some point. There are very few players that get to unlock his last character, and even most of them don't get through the Yama low.
Oh, got the taunt. aznmnky said you can him gesturing for that. Get that out of here.
Yeah, if you hit, if you do a mid hit, you will get countered. So you can do a crouching medium kick, cycle crusher there. I think. Oh, nice block of activate. That's gonna be all.
Oh, he dropped the brush.
All right.
You know, I just had to recently paint a room that I moved out of. Took me about a week to finish up there, so I know exactly what's about that combo. Psycho Crusher here, using it to escape earlier. You know, there's attacks on that where you hit it with a standing roundhouse kick when it gets blocked. But normally a lot of players just are able to take that tree and get out of the corner. I mean, you see a lot of that meta in modern fighting games too.
Gets the negative edge roll cancel jab, Psycho Crusher, unsafe block through there. BAS goes into crushing jab. He does have meter. aznmnky holding on to his Vega for nice good matchup. Showing got a run away there. Nice escape. BAS tries to chase out the on the run.
I think BAS wants to teeter away, maybe chip a little bit of that health so he can be able to get a kill if the activation goes on block, where he's able to get that guard break and then get into that level 1. And let's see, he's going to go just like that. Oh, okay, he goes for the alpha counter there. Smart get off me there by aznmnky, and he buys himself a little bit of time to stick around there.
That's actually very fortunate that he was able to have BAS spend his meter. It means there is an opportunity for aznmnky to try and build his own meter, to paint the fence, and try to, you know, equalize on the life bar. This match, very particular, nice whiff punish there for BAS. One thing that you really have to pay attention to, like right there, gets a counter hit, stands strong. That one hit double knee, you got to be able to punish those. Nice attack for aznmnky. He throws this one button. Guard crush incoming. You're gonna get to activate. Don't save your meter, save your life. That's what BAS always says. Empty jump, activate, counter activate. That's huge.
Yeah, that's
the whole combo. But BAS is going to come back with full meter. So there is a 50-50 incoming here. Walk up throw or a fadeaway. And he guards it out. If BAS can get this guard crush, he might be able to close it out. Let's see. Does he get the guard crush? He does.
Oh, he does. Yes, and the low forward into the Psycho Crusher. Fantastic play. You know, Riz, I wanted to mention last night that we saw BAS put on an awesome performance in Alpha 2 with the grand final with Hokuto. And it was very, I mean, decisive, but still going back and forth. They were adapting to each other. And one of the things that was really fun was just when BAS was coming back on Hokuto, you could see how he was going deep in his bag with counter activations. And what we just saw in that matchup there, where BAS was able to get that activation when aznmnky was able to find some opportunity there. But you could see the back and forth between the activations on both sides.
I mean, generally speaking, if you do a true like activate into a crouching light kick, they shouldn't be able to counter activate. Like counter activates
this
are
is
not
gonna be a match to remember.
Like most of the time, they end up being panic activates. If you do an empty jump activate, then a counter activate is real. There's still gonna be a scramble. But a grounded activate, if someone does get a counter activate, it's a little too late to follow up. But you also put yourself in a scramble. This is the tournament setting, top 8. Winners will move it to winners final, so scrambles are expected to happen. That was a good comeback. Oh, nice. Instant overhead there for Yama.
Yeah, I like how BAS read the, because it looked like there was a change in approach there. aznmnky was moving a little bit more forward there. He was throwing out that top seat, throwing out some of those pokes, roundhouse kick, playing the distance game, but it just looked like he was not focused on the anti-airs, and BAS got a pair of jump hits that they're taking in the skies. And you see him climbing up even further like a fine and Donkey Kong Jr. Jeez, about 40% HP gone. Yeah, that big headbutt there, blocking the slide there, going for another one. aznmnky does it, takes him down with that stand roundhouse.
You can see BAS right now just trying to take him out. aznmnky does have access to meters, so if you can find a way. The boss is not making mistakes. RC slash right there as well. It's knocked down, 50-50 incoming, but grabs the roll cancel electric. Smart play from boss. Good calculation. Saw the good jab. Roll cancel moves are, of course, going to be throwable as long as you throw them at the right time.
Over the serpent slash, he goes, and Limbo's with it. This time, he's painting the fence, giving Boss a taste of his own medicine.
Good block string. Builds up about 10% of the meter. Oh, no, not the fly that you want. Good teleport out as well. In this match, I'm not a fan of it, to be quite honest. When Vega has no meter, it can be quite annoying. Yama has a lot of answers. He can do jump back medium kick to get out of the pressure. He has RT slash. He can go, yeah, very risky there, but it was a counter hit. That means aznmnky got hit a little bit early, so he did have some time. Low jab.
And furthermore, like, when you have that character advantage too, you're able to slow the pace down because it limits the amount of HP that you're going to get, especially given the last round that we saw how aznmnky's dictator was able to come back and close the distance. It really caused a pop. But here we go, those neutral jumping fierces there.
Ground shave.
One of the best neutral jumping normals in all of fighting games, and jumping back with a cross up to catch the knee press. Boss with the Galaxy Brain response there. Great lead on that.
Slipped away using the surprise back hop. Had aznmnky call that out and did a slide instead. He might have been able to tag it before it fully recovered and then go into stand jab. But, I mean, that's tough, right? That's the first set of this top 8 bracket, and things like that are going to happen. I'm glad we were able to see A-Groove versus A-Groove, which, you know, granted, this game does have 6 grooves. I'm biased. I'm an A-Groove user myself. I just love seeing the A-Groove.
I find it the most entertaining the more I've commentated this game as well, and especially when you see like just the nuances about it, the psychology that plays into it, and also just understanding how the meter builds, how it gains, and the utilities that you have around it. In which case we saw aznmnky using an alpha counter to get out of the way of that guard break, which we've seen Boss time and time again absolutely dominate and flat out opponents with.
Right, and you know, from the person who's the aggressor in that situation, you're like, you know what? That means if I'm taking away half their bar, I can live long enough to not get hit by a custom combo. It's going to take away half my life. And so A-Groove is a lot about meter management. It's a lot about really understanding your opponent's intentions as well. Whereas K-Groove, which we may see, we may not, our next match would have been, I don't want to speak too soon, but it was supposed to be Silentscope versus Combo Feed. You guys like, what do you mean supposed to be?
Supposed to be, yeah.
From what I've heard, and I haven't seen him in the ballroom, but Combo Feed had a flight to catch.
Yeah, it seems like it'll be Combo Fiend is busy in the industry as well. We know he loves this game. I've seen him. I mean, my first experience beating Combo Fiend was EVO 2015. I saw him playing casuals in a Capcom uniform in CBS 2 and cooking everyone with Rugal. He was like, hey, I can't play right now, but you know I want to. And he was cooking everyone up in the casuals. This is his second top 8 in Texas Showdown, not of all time, but in the 2020s.
Okay.
Since 2023.
Because he actually beat Boss in CBS 2 out of one of the earlier Texas Showdowns.
Yeah. And I saw his name a few times over in the Hall of Fame where they post all the results. You know, where they post the top 4 for Alpha 2 when I got to bed.
Yeah, you know, do better. No, I'm just kidding. But,
Facts.
But you know, I got to give a shout out to my boy Combo Feed. I mean, we're on a first name basis. Shout out to you, Peter. You know, hope you check out the VOD. He did get to commentate with me a little bit yesterday. He just hopped on the mic, so we did get to see him play his patented K-Groove team. It is a bummer we won't get to see both him and Silentscope on the other side of the winner semifinals.
It was awesome.
I'd love to be wrong though, and I hope that maybe they're just.
I'm hopeful
now.
too. I mean, I was in the front row at EVO, Marvel vs. 2 Grand Top 8.
Yeah.
I got to see Combo Fiend against Clockwork, and then also at Frosty Faustein's, Clockwork made the top 8 in CVS too, which was very entertaining to see as well. I know Combo Fiend was also there, and you know, and it was like, oh, they're coworkers going at it in the MVC2 duel. So it was great. It's great to see it, and hopefully he can make it out. And Silentscope he's a defending champion.
He is the defending champion. That's right. I mean, he's been on a hot streak, especially in the last 2 years. Last year, he also traveled out to my hometown back in NorCal. He won Genesis, won Texas Showdown. You mentioned already his top 3 finish at EVO.
Made me cry.
I mean, you know, smiles and cries. Sometimes that's all we got, right? But Yeah, it does look like we're moving to losers round 1 on the other side of the bracket. Sonic O,
More A group for you.
More A group for me, and I believe you called it out. Sonic O was the 2022
champion, yes, and also placed second, I believe. Last year, I recall, and I think there was 1 year he placed third against Pat Van Pelt.
Okay. Yeah.
AKA Shinakuma for 2069.
That's right. So there is a poster somewhere in the audience. You guys may have seen photos of it floating around. It has the winners as of 2023, which started out with BAS, and then 2024 is a player who goes by the handle Shinakuma for 2069. And I'm not making this up, right? You guys might think, who's a Super Lore Boys guy? He's just spreading fake lore, but no, it is real. That is what's on the poster.
He autographed it on a poster.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm not making it up, right? I'm not making it up. And then, of course, Silentscope, reigning champion, really bringing up his K-Groove team on the tier list. I mean, Japanese players are very aware of his skill. He's traveled out to Olympic. I believe it was last in 2024. He actually received an award from BAS in the CBS2 community for most improved player.
Well earned too.
Yeah.
Gotta say, really well earned. I mean, it's not just the fact that he got with that Evo performance wasn't just top 3. I mean, I highlight it because he took out a lot of really good players to get there.
Yeah, I mean, he made it into the top 16. But here we have Sonic O, who's in one of the OG A-Group teams with the Marlog. Suavion, the lore drop I got on Suavion, he started way back in the day on Xbox Live. He's one of their the OG of the Houston players. You take a wall team, essentially. I mean, between Edmund Honda, E-Honda, Balrog, Blanca, these are all wall characters playing the appropriate group to do it as well. C-Group has access
This is an old school team, and it's great to hear that he rose from the, when you see players rise up in the GameCube and the Xbox version, just being able to take on all the nuances of what the EO has, and then just being able to adapt it here in the arcade game and have that success playing it. It's fantastic to see there. So Sonico's got an activation on deck. Let's see what's up. Good roll through.
Oh! He was still airborne at the end of the Onimuso. But Sonico still gets a pickup. We're going to go to the Terror Super. We do.
Yeah, look what it does to that guard right there. Suavion fighting back there. You're going to see a lot of those roll cancel hands. We've seen, just as you mentioned, Pat Van Pelt getting a lot of mileage out of that earlier that we've seen in previous years as well.
That's right. Yeah, one of the best A-groovers that we have in the United States. You also played some C-groove as well. It's going to be a rare mirror match. Quite interesting how many Balrog players still have in the United States.
I mean, I feel like you see a lot of this in classic CBS2 footage, but I'll tell you what, Riz, I'm still sick of this mirror. It's just a lot of rolling around in low medium punch. Just a lot of it. And that wall dive gets punished, not as great as it is in Super Turbo.
Yeah, and in the earlier in the game's meta earlier, this character was really strong. There's a good strike throw game. You got the short jump, roll cancel strong. But eventually, the players in Japan kind of moved on from him. They decided his life bar is just that's not enough. His damage potential isn't enough. They found other stronger characters to replace him with on the A group. Nice anti-air there for Suavion though, using a sand roundhouse. Now we're going to get a Vega, a real Vega.
It's going to be curious to see what Marlog can do with what Claw could do here with the level 3 in the C group.
Yeah, so, does have access to anti-air super, so Sonico would have to be careful with jumping in. Oh, nice tag on the back end of the Delta Crusher.
Yeah, it does with that block too. It's absolutely fantastic here. Sonico can take a big character advantage here to completely go empty with the no head stomp, and then gets a to the face Psycho Crusher. Thought of hitting buttons there. Choke on the poke, as we like to call it. Suavion down 2. Ratio 2 blocking.
Air to air, nice. Oh, and the side switch, Suavion is playing GP, so he has access to that Bing.com. Let's go ahead and close out this combo.
Sonico going to be paying blessings here as he's done. Consecutive finisher in the top 4. There was one previous year he got 4th, losing to Pat and Eric Turbo at the launch. That was 2024.
We got double roll cancel shenanigans. This time neither gets the RC. Okay.
I love it.
Prayed for days.
Stubbornness. But it pulls off in Sonic O's favor here. I mean, even though Suavion goes off, he's got a lot to work with to chip away at this block. But the level 3 seeker is going to be the X factor here if he can be able to connect with him.
Right, I mean, he does have access to air guard again, so he can jump in, and if Sonico goes for a roll cancel move, unless it's a roll cancel electricity, it's not going to pay off for him. Suavion does have a chance to use the meter. A nice interrupt there with the tight links, crouching like 8 times to use the jab instead of rolling attack. Xanago takes game 1.
Yeah, with a quick cup of coffee here. And let me give a disclaimer. I know I have to tell this to the chat as well. They have every right to get me on this, but A-Groove does not have air. I just want to make sure that I want you all to know that I'm aware. So,
So, you know, a lot of these grooves, they do have options in the air, right? So, G groove, you have access to air guard. A groove, you have access to empty jump activate. C groove, parry. S groove, not so much you have available. N groove, not so much. I mean, you have short hopping, so you can mess with your air trajectory. K groove, of course, has just defend. So there is a different way of wanting to fight against these groups, as well as utilize these groups as well. A versus C, in my opinion, and you know, this isn't like a very popular opinion, but I think C groove has enough sauce to take out A.
I think so too. I mean, especially if you could utilize some of the things like canceling the super into a special or a lower super as well. I mean, I think that's one of the things that makes Ken a really special player. Like, I think he's a little under the radar in this game as well. And when I see people utilizing that secret with him, I really feel like he's very, like a lot of my Dominican friends in Miami who play this game a lot at the arcades every weekend. They're really high on secret as well.
Yeah, you know what it is. Again, like C-Groove, the top C-Groove characters are just really good against A-Groove. Like what A-Groove has going for them is, if they pop at the right time, they're going to take away half your life. So, you know, most of the C-Groove characters, that's their best route. Oh my God. Wow, those characters are pretty good on this.
Oh, wow. Gets that activation and goes for the throw. That's a decision. But Suavion was able to win that first one there with the big toss. Like how Suavion's holding his own in this kind of round here. I mean, getting off to a good start there and immediately going to that jump. You see a lot of trades here going on too. There's a lot of the collisions just happening in some ways where you don't even see the bodies connecting, but those hitboxes are definitely having an awesome conversation.
Yeah, even, you know, when roll cancels involved, sometimes you'll see even more wacky interactions. But the meter build, yes, you got the car activate. So if you took a look at his bar there, he was at 99%. You activate with Fierce and Roundhouse. So if you essentially car cancel your Roundhouse, whipping that button gives you enough bar to activate.
Now, I don't want to say how many hits he got there, but let's just say it's a popular.
Was it a funny number? Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, there's a Gen Z kids are throwing around.
I didn't look at the screen, but I was counting it in my head from the numbers scraped, so I figured he hit the funny number. But anyway.
And I'm not saying it for the sake of the meme. I'm saying it because I'm genuinely impressed. That's some paint. That's some paint. That's some. That's some impressionism, basically. Claude Debussy, Vincent Van Gogh type strokes putting in there. Sonic with a good comeback here. You see, Suavion got off to that one character advantage there with Honda, but now the mastery of this dictator here, and he's got full meter to work with as well. And see that activation, Riz. Let's go.
It might be a funny number again, I think. Oh no, never mind. I lied.
No, he's got the Heinz number, the flavors of ketchup, and that's what you need because he is seeing red.
I like that. Good pickup.
Thank you.
With the roll cancel anti-attack pressure as well. And Sonic O gonna clean that up. 2-0, taking it over Suavion.
He's comfortable, man. I mean, I feel like he's really playing his own neck of the woods here. I mean, he's repeatedly just been a mainstay in the top, around getting into the lower portion of the top 8, regardless of where it is. Also, just, I mean, we've seen him before play against, playing against a lot of Houston and Dallas's finest here, but they really shows like the grind the scene has put into getting better at that game and seeing that evolution come about. It's been fantastic to watch.
Yeah, another thing, like I was chatting about it with folks this past weekend, just trying to do as much of the history drops as I could. Some of the earliest existing footage of CVS and CVS 2. When I say CVS without a number, it means the original Capcom vs SNK.
Yeah.
And Capcom vs SNK 2. Like that tournament footage came from Texas Showdown. It's still out there. It's out in the ether. It's on the tube, and you guys can check it out. So it's super cool, again, that these legacy titles still exist here at Texas Showdown.
This tournament,
and the Houston players get to represent, right? They're carrying, they're carrying the torch of the origins of their scenes. I find that like really cool. And I know we still have some more players from maybe one more from Houston and Austin as well, remaining in the top 8. So
I mean, this tournament's roots go even far back to when EVO was battled by the Bay.
Right.
First off. And the other thing that I think is so cool too is also like in Florida we have kind of a little bit of a feud with Central with Orlando coming down to Miami, Miami going up to Orlando, and I get to really get a taste and see like where the Dallas, Fort Worth, and the Houston flavors come about, and I'm going to see more of that in the third strike going on here. Here, this is a matchup I find. So we got two new faces here that I haven't seen in previous brackets of top 8 action. RonOasis going up against CleverAdvisor. So we got a simple button check here.
Yeah, I think I know a little bit about CleverAdvisor because I've seen the name in bracket. I think it's some of the online CFCB tournaments, but if I recall, someone will have to correct me in chat, or you can send me a DM if I'm wrong. I like just making sure that I'm factual. But I think CleverAdvisor took. Wait, what? I think CleverAdvisor took a T-shirt from a movie that I was in, actually. But CleverAdvisor took shoot, that tournament that just happened in Atlanta.
Max mode.
Yeah. Am I right?
I believe so. Yeah. Yeah, I did see him. Yes, right? Yes, because I played last year in Max mode.
Yeah.
And I do recall. I do recall seeing him there. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have active players that are out and about traveling. RonOasis actually mains both Marvel
Capcom
and CVS too.
vs
I got to see RonOasis playing Fools yesterday in both games. Actually, he uses the team similar to mine. He uses Agru, Ken, Iori. Those are 2 out of my 3 characters. So I was like, oh, that's kind of nice.
No, Agru, I've seen Agru Ken a few times over in Miami. We have a few players who do that. ANC Ken kind of is the wave here. I love Agru Iori as well. I think it's really interesting, especially if you can loop that low roundhouse. And my man here with the Mama Haha, he knows what I'm talking about here. Nakamuru, as you know, top tier in CVS 1. I just found that out recently.
That's right. In CVS, we don't have to say the 1, but I get it. I know people will still say the 1, but I feel that. And actually, RonOasis got 5th place, if I recall, in Marvel yesterday. So looking to, pack up another medal, maybe do even better than the Marvel bracket. And yeah, here we go. They're
but
right
also, Athena, character not to be slept on as well. I know in the top 8 of Frosty Faustings there was Pat the Flip. He made top 8 with Athena as well, putting that character on the map. I love this character. Very technical as well. Also, I like the short character as well because they can go underneath some block strings. And they just got good pressure. Right now, RonOasis is holding it down here with this Iori. Iori's got good neutral there, good buttons. He's rolling around because Iori only has 2 frames of recovery on that roll, so it's the toughest roll to punish in the game.
If you're not looking for it, fellas, remember, rolls can be thrown in the middle of it, but a really important aspect, what you generally want to do, and if you take a look at the 2 players here, they're trying to watch their back. You want to sit at a range where they can't roll in the middle of your body. So you see as CleverAdvisor is walking up, RonOasis is moving back. So you want to weave around that roll so that you can punish them more proper.
Yes, that is correct there. And also watch out for a deadly tool. He has those jumping roundhouses, the reach on that, the standing roundhouse. It's great buttons just keeping that Athena at bay. Now another thing to watch out for is that roll cancel wreck, the deadly flower that Iori gets, and he gets that and the reward that he gets off that. Activation to the face though comes Mai. And we've seen Mai in action at CEO, one of our Dominican players from South Florida was able to eliminate Pat Van Pelt in the top 16 as CEO using K-Groove Mai. But seeing her in A is pretty nice to see.
And CleverAdvisor getting the better half of the combo there. Just dropped the super. RonOasis unfortunately unable to convert. Iori has moved up a bit from a tier list perspective, especially with A group, but very technical character. Nice tag there with the Nakamuru.
Oh, caught him on the Mama Haha on the ankle. Watch his step. The Chosen game going on there. I know you Street Fighter 6 players love that. Oh, good jumping there.
Slide knockdown as well. Moves on the bird.
Yeah, get that spin dash going on there, but caught him in the direction. Head on a swivel. Look out. CleverAdvisor sliding in those DMs and then gets the Kachosin super.
Takes a life lead as well. Oh, goes out the fan, but Suavion and we're going to escape out of there. I think that's the 3rd time CleverAdvisor, very clever with this.
Clever.
Too. RonOasis not able to make the customs work. Another Suavion run away. And the fadeaway roundhouse.
Brilliant. Just on the chase. I mean, just really zoning 2 characters here with the dive that Mama Haha is doing. Was able to catch him on the back step there at first prior, but then cleaning it up with some good movement there. And Mai's got some deceptive jumps there, like her wall jump techniques that she's got going on there. But holding down that space is RonOasis wisely, but still the Kageno no Mai being able to catch it. I hope I didn't butcher the pronunciation there on that one. But she fans the points.
this is kind of a weird match. You don't see Ratio 2 Ken a lot. I mean, he has sauce, right? He's a very saucy character. You just got to be careful with these fireballs. Oh, and a dash up grab. He's going to get denied by the activate. Big game is on the table here for CleverAdvisor. Corner carry.
Oh, no. Can't finish, though. Doesn't get the super there. RonOasis immediately takes the initiative with that forward roundhouse.
So, looking for that Misabi no Mai.
Rinbu returns it to sender here. So the clock here favors CleverAdvisor here because it's going to, if Ken advances, which he just needs one pixel to be able to do, chip it out there. Oh, there he goes. But the 22 seconds here is going to really put himself in a life deficit against CleverAdvisor's ball.
Yeah, that life bar is still looking mighty orange. So, you know, a bit on the team side. Now, Balrog, you know, not the highest, you know, in the life bar department. Ken's custom also not the highest damaging. He does have access to some easy customs, so here RonOasis is able to convert.
If I'm not mistaken, he just walked down with that forward roundhouse until it's time to get this some Ryukyu.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be the simplest of the customs. Just always want to start with something like it, and that's going to be the
wrong direction. A little too clever there on that side switch. And right there, he's going to bring out the Anaconda. Don't want none until you block some, son.
Block some. Block some.
We out here butchering bars, man. I just watched that movie with Paul Rudd and Jack Black. So CleverAdvisor up 1-0 here. Let's see if he's going to bring back that. I mean, it's an interesting team, I got to say. Both sides.
Both sides, yeah. Definitely, you know, a bit on the obscure side. They have strong characters for sure, but not the groups that we typically see them on. Right. Like Iori and Ken, you'll find them on C groups a lot. You don't see them on A groups so much. Unless you go to Magic Tech Game to see one very particular player sporting, you know, cool green glasses and a black leather jacket. But, you know, C group is where you mostly see them. Not gonna really see
I mean, I come
from
the school of Bucktooth. You know, Bucktooth's amazing Iori guy, which is like where he really shines in the group because of all the mobility he gets on the road.
Oh, yeah. One of my favorite players to watch of all time. Bucktooth is, you know, definitely innovated. And had a nice win over Izumi. Maybe it was 2 years ago at the Evolution Side tournament.
Yeah, I do recall Izumi was visiting you with the S group and P group.
Yes. And it was Buck who came out of the bracket.
Yeah.
He still got it.
Yeah, that was impressive as well. I know they advertise Izumi coming in the visit as well. It's always great if people come from the coast, from the across the ocean there. Here comes that mountain offense from Athena. Don't know what that spin dash attack she has, but you know she's actually the oldest character in this game.
By age?
By release date of game.
Oh.
Because Psycho Soldier came out in the early 80s. If I'm not mistaken.
Nice. Finishes down with the maiden master. Should be enough.
Nice way to just keep that juggle going. RonOasis looking clean with that. And it's interesting just using that level 1 maiden master because, like, normally, I mean, it's really got some great sauce in C group where you can cancel into a PP at the end and what have you. It's fascinating how that all works.
Yeah,
but, and then you don't go level 3. Oh, okay. Wow, they just passed through each other there like that meme of Elliot Page.
Oh, I was thinking like two ships sailing away from each other in the night. Maybe a little too philosophical. But you know, despite losing out on the Iori, at least RonOasis got CleverAdvisor to bring the bar. So.
Yeah, and both meters and HP are in the same place here. Now we've seen Clever doing some great footwork against Nakaruru, but now RonOasis is going more in your face, bringing out that dagger battling with it, like the Mad Dog style of Goro Majima.
Oh, nice. Coming through clutch. And maybe got the Mai CC. You saw her stand there, but CleverAdvisor dropped it. And you might as well just block this all out. Mai doesn't have like an overhead to mix up with, so RonOasis finally gets the upper hand in the set where he's got access to meter.
That's a good question. Yeah, using Mama Haha as a boost, as that gravity assist to come down with the knife. Planting them down with it. But watch that activation on deck here, so that's why CleverAdvisor is going to be backing up, watching the step there. The Musasuma no Mai blocked a little too low, stays safe. Activation occurs, trying to go for that low sweep there, but now I got the broom on your own. You're going to get a drop dash style there, and then the
Full super. Oh, it got clipped low. RonOasis now. A character and a third up.
Wasting no time, Riz, going directly for the feed. Mama Haha was on her way back to the scene.
That's right, you tell me not. Nice activate, tagging the anti-air attempt. Let's see if CleverAdvisor can close it out. I don't think enough. Any damage RonOasis can get here would be bonus damage or the meter build, but CleverAdvisor is going to be able to stock back up into the yellow. Full on.
From that distance, that low, strong, menacing poke here to get the job done. Now we're even at one character a pop here. Match point for CleverAdvisor, but RonOasis has the leader to work with.
Nice checks here. Good guard for CleverAdvisor.
Good dash forward there.
And medium kick for the trade. We have Bar and run away with Sky High.
Using the alternate wall jump there, and how it switches sides and the corner punch and kept RonOasis engaged there a little bit, but too much blocking on the side of CleverAdvisor there. A guard break could potentially happen there. And oh, he caught him with that overhead kick. Also, great job with the air-to-air. Gets that quick activation going to the standing roundhouse there. What style there! So, man, he gave him the juice. Hurricane season from the sky. Caught him in the eye of the storm for the Shinryuken to take it down for the equalize.
Yeah, it's a nice combo ender using the Fear Shoryu for 2 hits. Cancel into Tatsu as you're coming down so that you don't have a raising hurricane kick. Going to the Shinryuken for the swag. There are a lot of different ways that he could have ended the combo to achieve the same result, so that was a cool one. We'll take that.
We take it. I mean, I'm hoping to see more Cam top 8s on CVS2 streams. A really exciting character as well. I mean, I'm always going to be an Iori loyalist since he was the guy that got me through KOF back in high school as well.
Yeah,
fun story, I played CVS2 before I played KOF, but I was stuck in Venezuela for 3 days due to an immigration issue. I wasn't yet a U.S. citizen. So because of that, I played KOF 98 and 99 for the first time in 4 days, and I only used Iori.
That's a fun fact I didn't expect to get today. Now I gotta remember that. Bring it up on the next screen. In the meanwhile, RonOasis doing the Yuri things. Short grab, short, empty low.
I love any cancel from that close standing Fierce. It just looks like he's kind of brushing back that Pompadour up in there, and it's all that max damage. Continue walking them. I love it the second time in a row. Not the second time, like the whole match. These two have had like color coordination with both buying the order.
All right, getting the custom.
Oh, that is nice. That is beautiful.
Nice, and then, and at the right height too. Iori looking like Iori.
Yeah, with the gymnastics there, and then using that crouching Fierce to sneak in that claw. Such a quick poke with such a great angle, and that jumping roundhouse got him going 0 to Andy. Real quick.
That one looked like the medium kick there. Roundhouse is the one. It's a little more angled.
Correct.
This one sticks out a bit horizontal. Gets a roll, jab, Fierce into Rekka.
You are correct. Yeah. That's true. And then using that standing medium punch. I love Iori's range on that one. Like it's a flex there. He's really favoring that button with the corner pressure.
I like that roll cancel flying Barcelona to get out. Nice
combo. Wow, yeah, confirming that to that low sweep. Iori's menacing reach on that thing.
Not a good look for CleverAdvisor. We're going to take more damage now that we're masked. That's it.
6 hits, and then gets off that stand jab into that stand Fierce. It's all business as he closes it out. This was an awesome back-and-forth set here in the losers bracket.
I mean, CleverAdvisor is playing really good with the escapes, right? The game 1 made it real hard to tag, and I think eventually RonOasis figured it out. I got to do a little more rush down. I got to close the gap earlier, rode the momentum of every knockdown. We got the empty low, we got jump jabs in, we got rolled to the other side. And those things will happen, man. Those things happen in this game.
I want to practice that Ken combo. I mean, that thing was cool. That was style in there. That was some Jet Set Radio creativity. If we're playing this on the Naomi graphics as well, that's kind of the only place you would see like that kind of awesomeness and style that we saw come about. I mean, honestly, RonOasis, CleverAdvisor, you put on a very entertaining match. That was just spectacular to see. Really hope that gets more points on the VOD.
Yeah, I think we're going to get to see more of RonOasis. Maybe we get to see RonOasis versus Aznmnky at some point. I know Aznmnky now. Oh, wait, what? Like right now?
Like right now, yeah. Let's get it. I mean, I could do more. I'm with it.
Oh, well, that was quick. I don't have the bracket in front of me. I just assumed. And here's the thing, right? So Aznmnky right? My NorCal buddy came through, helped out a lot on the production end of things. You know, really great guy. He actually used to watch John Choi play back, you know, when CS was the main game in NorCal, and he was just like, I gotta take notes from this guy. And suddenly, during the pandemic, he found out we were doing a tournament in the Bay Area, and he joined. And I was like, oh, what's your name? And he's monkey. I'm like, okay, wasn't familiar with him at all. Put him as a really low seed. He was my round 1 match. I narrowly won him. Like, this guy's good. And then he got bit by the bug, and he's like, you know what? I want to play this game, a lot more. And he's been traveling out. He actually went to Japan just a couple of months ago to compete at the Olympic. He was second place at Fight Kingdom.
That's how you grow. Fight Kingdom, very competitive in the CBS tournament as well. I was proud to be a part of that one also. It was fantastic. I want to put out here RonOasis making an adaptation here. A-Groove Terry. This is something, I mean, I've seen it before. It's a bit rare, and I like the way how he's traversing with the bird knuckle here as well to get himself across, establishing that really right lead against aznmnky's A-Groove Sakura.
Yeah, interesting character pick. I'm not sure if there's like something he prefers against fighting Sakura. I mean, got the life lead right now. You don't see A-Terry often, so it might be a little bit of a knowledge check, some reminders. There is muscle memory here, but sometimes you gotta remember certain things.
Yeah, I also want to point out, Riz, that, I mean, on paper, it looks like RonOasis is a team that some people would look at and say, didn't he need C-Groove? Like,
yeah,
when you see this, he has A, but good effort there by aznmnky with a 0-pixel effort. You see him storming down with that hurricane kick, forcing RonOasis to shelter in place, but Ron was able to escape there despite a very, very wise comeback and chipping away that life deficit of aznmnky.
Oh, it's a roll grab. At this point, I think it's okay, even if you have to spend the meter, just take out the Terry, because Iori Blanca is not a great match. Tough match. All these damage. Oh, he gets a roll against the ball.
That trade definitely helps, though, for RonOasis to get himself a little bit of separation.
These next two characters, I mean, I'm sure RonOasis is very familiar with Blanca Vega, but A-Groove Iori Ken, you don't see every day unless you live in NorCal. Then you probably see this all the time. Gets that roll to the other side.
Those links are looking crispy as well. And then his use of all the buttons, I mean, all the medium kick, the medium on commands. He's got with medium kick, medium punch. Really going to town with it here. And we got double activation on deck. I really wanted to see an activation from RonOasis.
There it goes. Oh, but missed the dragon punch. So what happens there when you activate? If you're too late, your DP input goes the other way. So you saw he didn't get jab uppercut. Instead, he got a crouching light punch on the other side. Unfortunately. Nice tag.
Yeah, I like the reactions to each other's rolls on both sides here. And then there he goes, Stomp Gale! Yeah. Double mediums into the deadly flower there. That's what I'm talking about. And then let me give you another one. Remember, you can't roll cancel that, which makes Iori have a lot of oppressive energy here to work with. And then that low drop kick. RonOasis taking care of business here.
Good play right there. Really impressed with RonOasis' Iori play.
Now, this is a matchup that I believe Bison players are not a fan of.
No, it's actually, if it's a C-Groove, Iori, A-Groove, Vega, I think the top players consider it about even. Iori does have access to big damage on A-Groove, or C-Groove, excuse me. A-Groove, he does have the chip custom, which we haven't seen RonOasis use yet, but we're about to get crushed.
Well, that guard break coming in closer, but aznmnky had to pop it just to avoid what could have damage could have came from that guard break with a full Oasis on deck there. So let's see if that gamble pays off for aznmnky, gives himself a little bit of some breathing room, and also a much more feasible 1v1 match.
Yeah, this match also really tough for Ken. C-Groove Ken, much better shot. With A-Groove, not as much. Using actual air guard seems nice punish. And typically, Vega's go-to button in this match is crouching medium kick. There's not a whole lot that Ken can do against it. But,
oh, let's see that activation. It's Roundhouse City. He's going to be painting them dudes with it. 15-hit combo, light Tatsu Shinryuken for the 24.
Walks into a Joryu. Oh, and the safe ball gets tagged by the Huddle. I'm so surprised that he went for that. aznmnky just has to slow it down a little bit. Maybe he wasn't expecting the Terry pick. And of course, sometimes you get so familiar with the player that you're looking for certain things. And RonOasis was picking up on those, tagging a few safe balls. Just wasn't expecting those chases.
This is a lot of A-Groove you see in this tournament. I'm with it too, because normally when you see so much A-Groove, you really only see 4 characters, with the exception of Boston Yamazaki. But this time around, I mean, we're seeing like the tried and true, the top tier, what everyone says the A-Groove team you need to A-Groove with, going up against, hey, you know what, we ball. I like these homies here, and let's see if we can get a custom made as well.
And again, another safe ball tag. I mean, look, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. So if you're playing A-Groove and you want to compete at the highest levels, right, I'm talking about highest levels. I'm saying, like, world class. You got to pick at least 2 out of the 3 characters aznmnky has. That's normally how it goes in the highest level, you know, CPS.
Good neutral there by aznmnky. I love Sakura skating around that stick. I think it's fantastic. Good challenge against the burn knuckle there. It results in a trade. But let's ignore, you know, you want to discourage those options. You can't grab for the logo, and now you got to get the show. At 39 hits, we don't even need that super. Save it at home. Terry is donezo. Got a little extracurriculars in there. Come on, get that sway, girl. Yeah.
He did that. This is actually a matchup that aznmnky is not a big fan of. He does not like fighting Yuri. Yuri does have bar here. So let's see if RonOasis gets the anti-air custom. Very nice.
I love it, man. He is just rolling like he's chilling with Fred Durst of Woodstock, man.
I got that one.
This is gonna be
I don't think a few people will, but we got more Dictator here, and you know, aznmnky here rocking the supersonic spikes. You know they're back.
That's Luigi. He tells me he gets that color by accident. Actually. He doesn't want that color. That's my color. Like anytime I get it, it's by accident.
Is he going for like a 3K?
Yeah,
color?
yeah.
That's what it is? Yeah. Happens to be in Alpha. I like that Vampire Rose, and I get the Oh, does it go to this? No, only 4 hits off that activation. But hey, he keeps it going. Okay, we don't need to pick the fences, but we can just do some, I guess, finger painting.
Chip out. And I'll tell you what aznmnky's going for there. That's a combo he's been trying to improve on. When you activate custom, he wants the max damage with the carry that's going to be consistent. So after the slide, he's going for that close fierce punch into the double knee. Oftentimes you see stand jab instead. It lets you eyeball your pickup. But he wants something more stable, and unfortunately, he's even dropped it twice now with that fierce punch.
I love how he got that roll. He got RonOasis' roll to go in the other direction off that jump there. It looked like he was the opposite of where Ron wanted to go here. Okay, so aznmnky escaping the pressure here from the A-Group. Got enough of that guard beam just to let it sit. Especially with that low beam down. Oh, that DP was get back. Doesn't go the distance. Yes, sir. This is how you juggle. That's how you run with scissors. That's how you paint fences. Got him in the 50s with that one.
Oh no, that's instead. Nice combo for RonOasis.
And knee press buys himself a little bit of time to confirm. Dash up throw by RonOasis there. And then he's going to get another big scoop there. Now, he's not going to get a very generous amount of health back here, but aznmnky does have a meter vaguely depleted one against Blanca here. Ron's off to a great start catching that Blanca ball and then some.
That was a great throw after the air reset on the RC Electric. This match also pretty brutal. Ken doesn't get a lot of punishes. I feel like RonOasis is looking for the rolling attack to activate. That's why he's playing that full screen game. But if it is a jab ball, it's hard to activate. He spends it on the overhead. Die short you. One chance here.
He bet on aznmnky hitting the button there with that activation there. But the chase down's really been working well for RonOasis. I mean, working on Zero Vital. Let's see how much he can get it here. He's trying to get that A-Groove up there. Whipping some normals out there, but too late. Once he had that tunnel vision in there. And we've seen aznmnky play some really close rounds earlier we had going on. He was so close to getting that first fight off of BAS that we saw in opening action as well. But it looks like he's just able to just like pull ahead and clutch it out the more opportunities come his way.
It looks like they need more coins. And Vodka coming through to save the day. I'm sure the door is open. Just very obnoxious sound. This game was not intended to spam coins. You know, you would drop a yen or whatever, and you see Vodka making it very obnoxious for us. Mike. Ears.
You can hear that credit sound coming through. Players calling next, but hey, that's how you know. If you haven't seen it before, we got the Cavs. The Cavs are legit. You got to use those coin slots in there to make it work in there. So Ron, keeping it true with that Terry, Yuri, and Ken.
Score right now is going to be 1 a pop here. aznmnky just took that game too. And here we are. Who's going to advance in this bracket? Still got the Terry pick. You can see RonOasis is denying any movement from aznmnky Sakura. Nice guard on the sweep there. Switch sides.
Underneath the radar, that crack shot there makes it Makes RonOasis pay for it here. I'm really hoping to see a Terry activation. It's definitely something that wasn't on my bingo card coming into Texas Showdown, but please, I want to let that ride. Now, of course, here I love the color choice here, but RonOasis is the exact same series of kicks, that anti-air, that close standing proximity normal here. I like to say this outfit reminds me of the guard from Wayne's World.
And I like that aznmnky was able to keep himself safe there. Using that RC roundhouse Tatsu.
Oh, the burnt knuckle. You thought it was a punish. He bet on the button, and you bet correctly. RonOasis going to take him for a dunk. No, sir. But on the other side, aznmnky going to tap those Chuck Taylors up in there. Gets himself a sneaky Showoken low crush off the Tatsu. And then whipping that crouching fierce. I mean, usually it's a tried and true anti-air, but RonOasis able to fly above the radar. And by the shadow of his cap, Riz, what an incredible opening battle.
Yeah, I mean, that could have been one of the defining moments right there. That drop did give aznmnky a second chance. Vega's bleeding out a little bit. Lots of damage being thrown. Might activate. Gets that jump medium punch.
Strong, so just needs a little bit strokes of paint. You know, he's not even going to shake the can in there. You're going to get the water and the residue up in there as he shakes it. aznmnky doing work, and he starts hopping over. Both times hopping over those projectiles with that knee press. Very well spaced, well timed.
aznmnky playing. He's got the cut. He has to go for the hard one, too.
Yeah, I mean, that was just always situational there. You're going rail to rail with that punish there, but impressive to see RonOasis pull that off. Now tries to close the distance with the Deadly Flower. The 2 hits gets in there, but it gives aznmnky a little bit of time to get that cycle crusher in the mix.
Wow, not a true punish there. A very late cycle crusher, but it paid off.
Yeah, the ground projectiles here giving aznmnky some room to work with here. Knee pressing his way above them. Ron near an activation. Both players are really near an activation. Ron has it now, but aznmnky not too far off.
That's going to be a punish.
Yeah, that is on second hit, but does not get the reach, and that gives Ron the DP to do the business.
And again, this is a hard match. We did see RonOasis go for that anti-ball,
Psycho Crunch, he chased after Psycho.
Well, he did that, but in game 1, he did try to tag RC Electric there. He did try to tag Blanca's rolling attack, or I guess what we call Blanca Ball. Imagine we called everyone's moves with their name in front of it. Nice Ken Auto. Nice Ken Fireball.
Would be a lot of fun to work with there. Gets that cross-up kick that hits in front. Sends it, aznmnky into the corner there. That was really interesting seeing that he used that overhead kick as an air-to-air in the previous set. I thought that was really impressive to see from RonOasis.
Man, he's working that guard bar, man. aznmnky a little bit.
Yeah, which is a rare position for blocking at the end. Okay, double activation. They both delete each other's meter by 50% here. And life lead is pretty much negligible amongst both sides here. What a jump in from aznmnky there.
Nice Shoryu there, and a safe fall tag. aznmnky is going to do a safe fall on almost everything here. Escapes that cross up, jumps in. The next activate could do it.
On either side, too, as well. So he's going to go first, but Ron's going to match him there, and the roundhouse has got it. He is going to just continue putting his feet all over him like it was Rick James's Eddie Murphy's couch, sorry. And likewise, taking care of business there. Wow, that was just impressive play back to back. I mean, getting the job done with a very unorthodox A-groove team.
That was a game of chicken.
SNK
I mean, I already know. I know aznmnky chat all the time. I know he's already kicking himself the same way that he just got kicked by RonOasis. I know he's kicking himself there because he's like, I didn't need to activate. Even though I'm in the corner, what does Ken have? He's going to activate into a crouching light kick. If he does activate overhead, I'll be able to react, right? But in the heat of the battle, when you're cornered, the time is running out, the life bar is low, decisions need to be made. RonOasis showing, I mean, it was a game of chicken. James Dean right there.
It was.
He just got out of the car a little bit earlier. He won.
I think also being able to read the stubbornness of other players, where you see like certain moves trade amongst each other and players go immediately into that next option. It's just, it has that 2 bulls in a china shop type energy where it's like, all right, I'm willing to see this through to see who could really bring on that more destructive force. It was fantastic seeing. Hopefully, we see more of we will see more of RonOasis.
Yeah, we will see.
Hoping to see more of that Terry Bogard.
Kind of sad for my boy Dave, aznmnky. I know you wanted to do better, but I mean, it could be there's some distraction. I'm not going to OS on his behalf, but like, he did work a really long weekend alongside Vodka and myself, just doing what we do. So, you know, we'll chat about it.
You stand up for NorCal, man. I respect that, you know? We in there. But we got top 4 action coming your way. This is the first time you're seeing Silentscope as he advances past Combo Fiend, who could not make it to the top 8. But still, we look here. So we got Silentscope on one end using the K groove. Boss here is going to be Boss here is going to use that A groove here, and he's got Yamazaki starting off the show here. We've seen him for years using Yamazaki is not really a new fixture in the team. He's been using it since I first saw him in around 2023, and also on his streams in some Japanese tournaments. You definitely see it going on there. So, I mean, this is a Yamazaki that I can safely say was raised off the streets of Sega.
Yeah, and pretty interesting. We haven't seen this match in a while. There was a casual match, I remember, at CEO last year. The one where versus got Silentscope and Boss played a casual match, and it was pretty close. I mean, granted, it was nice press.
2 walls, 2 dunks, and he takes the first character off Boss in rare fashion. I'm choking on an ice cube here, man. Ooh. Did not see that coming there as we get the screen set to you. Back to 4x3 for your viewing pleasure.
We're good out here. So, no, great. Again, right? It's really rare that a player takes Boss's first character off. Boss, you notice he did have Vega at the end of some of the preview matchups. He does like putting Vega in the middle here because he feels like he can bully Chan. So we're going to see a lot of jump-like kicks. We're going to see a lot of like jab, jab, jab. He's going to work that guard bar, and as soon as he gets a chance, he can activate. We're going to see some stand strong as well. Here comes the bully time.
Yeah, I love watching the scope big moves here. Wow, yeah, that big herb box is really going to do that. You're just going to look at this. Troy looks at Kitty. His big boy, big belly guy gets changed down to 1 HP there.
Nice! Oh! The JD was so good because he had enough life to escape the chip. Got the jab, jab short, and unfortunately missed the super. But it's all right.
And despite losing his first character, Boss was able to take 2 of them in a row with his victory. As you mentioned, sticking him in the middle there, that was a great call because it deletes Silentscope's challenge. Let's see how Silentscope adapts to this. I love Morgan in this group. I mean, I know I always go on a rant that you have to play Morgan as in an SNK group to play her the way she is in DSAV because of her flight mechanics. But one thing that James Chen brought up at Frosty Thousands that I commentated with was that Morgan's got like a really good dash in group as well. It's just weird. Because it's just so used to DSAV.
Nice. Gonna go for RT double or RT second. Yeah. Oh, and he got the Dark Solution. That might be enough.
Yeah, what a link off the tree there. And let's see, it deserves that finest KO. I've really never seen a link like that up the close skating roundhouse.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, you have quite a bit of time to cancel that. I did ask Silentscope, hey, why the Morgan pick for ratio 2? This is a pretty recent change for him. And he said that this character gets the mix-ups that he needs to close out matches, like right here.
Yeah, you're seeing it there. I mean, the way you use that flight mechanic, you cancel into the jump, you can jump straight down, you can stay in front, you can empty go low, you can cross up, you can fake cross up. I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg, too. Great JDs against lightning as well. Yeah, give me that HP.
That was a nice guard on the jab there, because sometimes you might try to go for a throw break and actually get hit with a stand jab electric. It could have been the end of the game. Silentscope keeping it alive.
I don't think he's going to get the guard break. No, he's not. But, this time did, despite the JD. But still, does not get the kill, and it makes Silentscope angry. Oh, he can link. Oh, no, does not get the chain race. I know we were excited for that one there. Oh, let's see what's going to happen. He's going to fly close the distance here.
Got it!
JD against it. Yes, he gets in there. Oh, another chain comes short. No, the up ball does it. And you can see Boss adjusting his badge in there. Oh, Silentscope. Oh, man. Look at Silentscope getting up there. He is just like, yeah. I love the pick myself here, too, right, Riz. It's fantastic as well. Like those mix-ups on the offense. And it looks like it's a change of pace from what otherwise is some other characters that he had worked with prior.
Yeah, I mean, he was playing Rugal ratio 2 for a while. He moved up Rugal to the front, and really, Rugal's going to get bar, and he's 1 JD away from doing medium kick into that press super and taking away half your life.
Yeah, he's a fantastic battery, as they would say, yeah.
I mean, all K-Groove, they're all batteries, right? Because they just get meter from getting hit, but Rugal gives him a chance to get that advantage early on.
Yeah.
Morrigan, not so much, but Morrigan can weave around. She has good movement. JD punishes. I mean, Silentscope had maybe 2-3 chances to get that Darkness Illusion to close out the round against the Blunt. Didn't get it. Didn't get it.
I like the response there BAS had there. You see Silentscope's trying to stagger his jump there with the flying roundhouse punch, which can really throw people off their anti-air with normal. But the Serpent Slash continues to keep those guys protected, and no fly zone established.
Nice. Backs off, saves his guard bar for a little bit. What?
Whoa, against the reflector there. BAS respects it and then keeps his patience there. He sneaks in that Serpent Slash as well. But that Crouching Fear is one of the best in the business. BAS still continues, though, with that reach protected against the skies.
555. 555, fellas, you know.
This is gonna be a match to remember.
You got the emote, use it. All right, here we go.
Then we saw Chang get involved there.
We didn't get to see Chang playing in game 1, as mentioned, because BAS had Vega out quite early.
Yeah, once you had that custom combo with it. And as you mentioned, like Dictator doing really well against Chang also. So really, BAS just playing with some extra mileage here. Oh, nice activation, but doesn't exactly go the distance.
And Scope actually took the hit out of the air to escape the custom. That's an instant air overhead setup, but Scope got in the air, took 2 hits, and basically negated BAS's full combo. That was kind of nice.
Definitely buys some space room to work with as well. So you don't bring Kaizen into the matchup full campaign, especially against a matchup that BAS finds favorable for this one. But I love the neutral control the Yamazaki's had here, potentially maybe taking out 2 possible characters.
Well, 3 if you count Choi.
Yeah. You know, sometimes I did do that. Like, sometimes I would, like, count it as both of them, or sometimes I would say things that made it seem like Troy does have a hurt box, which he does not.
Right, just a fireball, basically.
Yeah. He's kind of like my best friend's toddler, just an absolute projectile. You take your eyes off him, and then he's just squeak, you know, in there.
Doing headbutts into the sofa.
Yep. Now BAS here, full meter, full life bar on 2 characters here. Let's see Silentscope holding on to succubus here. Now, if I recall, this is a, I don't know if this is first to 2 or first to 3 for the next final.
I want to say, I mean, this is CBS 2. I want to say it's first to 2 no matter what. But let's see.
I'm gesturing right now until I can get a confirmation here. Silentscope very close to that guard.
Got the roll cancel, working on that crush. He might get it here. And you see how patient he is. I love that from BAS. Silentscope.
I'm assuming where this is first to 3.
Oh, all right. More bang for your buck.
That's what we do.
I like that. And medium and crush, medium check. It is tough against Morgan. You know, big knowledge check character, nice vanishing flat to dissipate the fireball. But against her fly, even mashing scan jab is not a bad look.
I like that response, though, going with the head stop to get away from that mix-up from the fight mechanics when it brings you down there. And let me see some of that activation. Oh, you're going to have to take some of that.
And they both got up.
Oh, it's first to 2.
Well, they think it's first to 2, but if, well, let's find out.
Look at this, BAS getting off stage, holding that L.
I want to. I mean, I don't know. We gotta find out for the tournament where.
Capcom versus SNK.
I'm just a guy with a headset.
Me
what
too,
do I
man.
know,
I just heard 3 on my end, so I was hoping for it. I mean, I'm always looking to see BAS and Silentscope go absolutely to the furthest that they possibly can, but it's first to 2 all the way around here. So
yeah. I would highly recommend that, guys. If you are you know, up and coming tournament organizers and you want to run CVS 2. Definitely run it on Naomi,
yes.
if you can. All right, I mean, if you can. Like, not everyone has access to Naomi, you know, arcades and whatnot. But if you can, run it on Naomi, and make sure you're running first to 2 all the way. It is a very long game. You can add so much to your runtime if you make your winners, losers, and grands in FT3, and you get a bracket reset.
Yeah, then,
I learned that the hard way.
We're going to be here for a bit. That's definitely what it's about. But, you know, it's a good thing. It's, you know, one of the greatest fighting games of all time. Definitely one of my favorites. I mean, there are other fighting games that run long, and I would definitely rather be in this situation than in those situations.
Yeah, I could have watched them. I could have watched those players do an FT10. That would have been great.
I could have as well.
There was a lot. There was a lot going on there. Lots of nuance. But BAS, super familiar with. I mean, I could talk about it for like we'll chat about it before the next match.
We'll kick it.
But one of the things that Boss is talking about is the meter management, both from the K-Groove Rage as well as the guard meter. And if you replay that last match, you'll see that he was like one crouch or medium kick away from the guard crushing forward.
Yeah, we saw
But
that.
he didn't do it.
Yeah, why did he do that? I was going to mention that. Yeah.
He fell back because he knows that Silentscope is going to be still holding defense and then eventually try to jump. Roll cancel psycho, that's going to hit you. You're back in the corner, your guard meter's still blinking. So he's trying to optimize for bigger damage and a higher opportunity of success, because if you just walk in crouch medium kick and Silentscope JDs and gets a knockdown, you lose all your momentum. So Boss is willing to slow it down. You have to meter manage not just your own bar, but your opponent's bar as well, right?
Yeah.
And then at the end there, when he saw he had the bar and Silentscope, low life, blinking, he knew the empty jump activate was going to work because Silentscope has no choice but to go for an anti-air.
Exactly.
So that's why that worked out. But here we go.
I mean, RonOasis is back. I love seeing RonOasis this time. He's benching the Terry for the Mama Haha. Let's see how Nakaru can go the distance here. Sonic O, the familiar face here, making another top 4 performance here in Texas Showdown. So how is that for consistency? Houston's very own Iron Man as well. Doesn't matter who comes from across the country, across the oceans, across the waters to do it. Sonic O with that A group and that top tier team will continue to show how to represent.
Yeah, and I was chatting with RonOasis for a brief moment, you know, just to acknowledge, hey man, you gotta play the same characters. But I did ask, what's your main game? He's like, neither of them, neither Marvel nor CBS. Both my main, like, it's not one over the other. So
Ron off to a great start here, catching that poke. I mean, normally like getting a trade against the poke from Claws, normally very risky business there, but he commits with that DP in order to get that hard read for the win. And just as you mentioned, Riz, he's using that, getting more miles out of that jumping medium kick with that full extension. Now I've seen it be able to just get that hitbox placement just where he wants it.
I mean, it does have, you know, what we call good priority. It has high priority, put it that way.
Is about to explode.
And also, in RonOasis' favor there, he got himself a few good trades against Sonic Goes Bison as well to continue pushing it back. We've seen this matchup a bit. Nakaru is definitely a favorite amongst very neutral, heavy defensive specialist players as well. And she does pretty well in A group as well. I've seen her have some of that sauce to work with.
Yeah, definitely has access to just like that right there.
And let's see if he gets the roll on. Okay, no super coming out of there, but that damage is pretty good. Gets yourself an anti-air, buys a little space to get some bird play on you. Ooh, that's up throw. Wow, catches him off guard there. Good reach there and just maintaining control in the space there. Great usage of Mama Haha. I know one of my favorite players with this character is Flock. The Marvel. Yeah, the Marvel. I mean, yeah, Job, you know, good friend, comes out to our locals as well, bodies all of us. But he's a fantastic player with the DP and Nakaru. He does some great work there. I know he makes V top 8s over at CEO when he comes out to play with us in our neck of the woods. And most of the time spends a lot of time in Javali Land, just rocking his team, playing casuals the whole weekend with in CBS too.
I've definitely seen it. A little bit of lore. There was a match at CEO that was supposed to be Flocker versus Vodka Kowalski, a partner in crime, but poor Vodka had to either catch a cruise or catch a flight. He had to go somewhere, so that match never happened. But if it did, I'm just saying, let's go. Oh, nice land.
Good fireball pressure there. RonOasis has some good life. Yeah, light bleed there. Oh, that jump is going to be critical, but the meaty does it. Breakfast of Champions. Shoryuken leaves one pixel on deck and just enough to close it out. Man, Ron is on a roll here with this unorthodox team. You love to see it.
Yeah, Ron on a good run right now.
Getting himself into the top 4 here. He is one victory away from a top 3 finish here at a prestigious retro tournament, Texas Showdown. I mean, not just, it's a fighting game tournament, but I mean, like, we hold it. This is, retro's respected.
Well,
that's what I mean.
This is also the 25th anniversary, fellas, right? Like, there's an added title to it. They're not going to say, oh, yeah, such and such player made top 3 of Texas Showdown 2026. They're going to say, no, the 25th anniversary of Showdown, players made top 3.
And don't forget, there's a $500 pot bonus going on here as well. So players out here getting paid. I mean, $500 for $500 extra dollars to win at CVS2. I mean, you didn't really hear that kind of talk in the town, whether you played it over at Flippers in Miami or you played it at Sunnyvale Gulfland. Is that the name? Yeah, that's it. I got it. Okay, I hope I got it. I'm trying to rep NorCal, guys. I love NorCal.
Yeah. And I did ask Boss, hey, like, what are you gonna buy me with that money? He said, hey, it's to help you pay for my flight. But anyway, here we go.
Boss is everywhere, man. I mean, he really gets around. I get around maybe about like 1/3 the amount he does, and it's still a lot for me.
Yeah, it's amazing that he'll, go around and give us an opportunity to get that Japanese player experience, right? He's on his own. Nice.
I love the way he catches the activation, but this time it slips a little bit, but he just keeps on swimming. You know, maybe he forgot the combo, just keep swimming Dory, and then he finds his way.
Well, it was, so RonOasis was 1P in the previous game. If you're a 2P Dory with that setup, you have to walk back a little bit and get in the corner, otherwise you fall out to the other side. That's going to be the case for a lot of characters on 2P, depending on, what your company is. So you just need to walk back a little bit and get that.
Good Psycho Crusher catching that ground projectile there. It does that. I mean, at the beginning of that match, it really looked like RonOasis was on the OCV train. Gonna have to go on and take Sonic O gains his composure, his momentum here. Got a lot of mileage out of Nakaruru in the last round here. And then each time, I mean, we've seen it, I think, 3 or 4 times that he catches Sonic O, like about to dodge and take flight trying to avoid the bird. But this time, does Sonic O cross over the windmills? Yes, he does. And he immediately gets to that paint. 41 hits.
Oh no. That's the Bayfall. Reversal Psycho. Nice runaway here from Sonic O. Doesn't want to be in a situation where you get clipped by a custom. You don't want that. You want to maintain this life lead. Very nice. It's a little bit harder to run away from Nakaruru. Much more feasible against Ken. Does not have a good chase down. So if Sonic O can have his way, you'll build meter before he gets hit. But he gets hit twice there. The counter hit short you as well. Another sweep. Nice wait.
Do you think there might be some unfamiliarity with facing off against the Sacred Ken that may play in some of the factors of this matchup?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's 2 things about this game that's important, right? I mean, there's a lot more than that. But one of them is really understanding how your groove system is supposed to work. Which A-groove, you don't really attack until you have meter.
Yeah, because the last time I saw A-groove Ken in the top 8 was the nephew of Tony Big 5. He made it in the top 8 CEO in 2018, I recall, with an A-groove Ken.
I like that.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
The second piece that you want to pay attention to is really like matchup experience, because different players are looking for different things to punish. So you want to simplify your game. You can tag those. Nice river run here. Got the fight.
Yeah, Sonic O with a good response here. He could steal this round despite RonOasis having the lead for most of the way.
Right, having the bar is huge. Maybe trying to see if you can bait out.
Yes,
Got to
he does.
pick up.
Yes, sir. And then let me get some of those neutral jump palms. Climbing up those windmills for power, rolling start, drop dashes up in it, and Sonic O with the decisive come from behind victory. Yeah, to go back to what you were saying, Riz, I really feel like Ron is showing that he has more aptitude and understanding of the matchup from Ken's perspective than his opponents have of understanding their character against Ken.
Right, I mean, a lot of what you're seeing Ron do is jab, pause, and then uppercut. But like, what threat do you really have from Ken to guard? Not much. I mean, maybe he'll throw, maybe he'll do a roll cancel, but if you stick out a button, you're going to get hit. And there's no need for you to stick out a button in those instances, right? Nope. So, this could be a little bit of a character lack of familiarity, or the other one is, I mean, you're just kind of getting outread. And it is a tournament setting. It's much easier when you review the tapes when you're on the other side of the screen. You're like, wait a minute. But in the heat of battle,
I think Sonic O messed up getting his color in the first one.
I see.
Default, and now because I think this is one of the 3 punches of colors of. Sorry to interrupt you.
No.
To point that out. That was just a perspective. I think what's interesting too about this matchup too is that Ron was able to catch Sonic O a bit off guard with Wamahaha, getting some of the pre-jump frames and Sonic O trying to jump away. And it's interesting to see how that will adapt.
Right now, both players fighting quite a bit here. RonOasis is stocked up first. They're both stocked up. Here comes that game of chicken. Movement's going to be really important. RonOasis controlling the space. with the fadeaway, got the anti-air as well. Now we're rolling a lot with TP.
Yeah, no mask, no claw. That means less firepower, and you're going to take more hits. He gets it back on, and that's going to get him to survive the chip out, because if he didn't have it, he would have been gone. And this time, it only delays the inevitable there. 2 hits of the Deadly Flower, those pedals. It's all it takes for the first advantage going to RonOasis here. Only 2 characters to advance into the top 3 as we're tied 1-1.
Nice whip punish there.
But see if he catches it back. Yes, he does. I love the juggle sale on that. Yeah, keeps it going there.
Oh, there he goes. Got the cycle crusher full screen.
Yeah, sends it back. You see Sonico shaking his head. He's going to have to work a little bit harder here in order to close the distance. But he's got the character to do it, and he's got the paint to he's got to paint a few fences to get it done. He's got the A-groove charge in order to go the distance. Let's see where it goes.
And again, we have access to entry jump. Oh, that was nice! Got the pickup. Oh, lots of medium punches. Scale to damage, but it's all right. Nightmare knee press. Knee press nightmare.
Yeah, 43 hits. Needs a mix-up there, and then gets that throw. Closes it with the sweep and then does the work there. You can see the change in his face now. He's like, okay, I got it. Back in the driver's seat. Do what he needed to do with Dictator. Got the job done here. And now he's got a near 2-character advantage with match point to get into the top 3.
Nice such pressure. Get out of the corner. And again, this is favoring Ken because Ken's got the bar. Sonico's got to run away a little bit. Devil's reverse, good enough to get out of Ken's face. Unless you're in the close range, Ken can't activate.
Yes, he does, and he gets that roundhouse kick. First way with the close stand in the knees, then the torque, and then goes from the low roundhouse to the sweep. Shoryuken goes, and he gets himself another empty top to close the distance here. Sonico trying to bait the distance, and RonOasis coming back on the comeback here to knot it. 1 character left, 1 ratio 2, 99 seconds to decide the top 3. Sonico is just 1 pixel away from maximizing that A-groove.
And good tag there on the safe ball as well. RonOasis, that step kick. Sonico, we got all the blue stuff, just got to find a way to use it. Uses the Ichimonji kick and a fadeaway roundhouse.
That jump back is fantastic. Continues to keep Sonico's Blanca chasing there. Good spacing on that slide. Goes across, but once again, just on that fadeaway, leaning back like Fat Joe. Oh, is that a punish?
He was standing.
Yes, it is, and he caught him on the roll there. Will this be enough for RonOasis to go the distance? Does the Oasis find the desert? Oh, no, very close. But that guard crush does it, and that'll do it. RonOasis with an incredible loser's bracket run, getting himself onto the podium now against Silentscope in the loser's final. Just an impressive performance against the Texas Showdown mainstay, Sonico, with another consecutive top 4 performance.
Capcom versus SNK.
Ratio 2 A-groove Ken. I might have to reconsider my life's choices, but no. RonOasis was able to guard crush quite a bit. I think Sonico was not prepared between step kick and wata, you know, Ken's little donkey kick.
It's like a new flavor, man. Have you ever tasted the most Googled soda of 2024?
Is it going to be
Dr. Pepper with pickles.
Oh.
I'm telling you, it's fantastic. Give it a try. Just as we're trying new approaches with this A-groove that we saw, making it into,
I was like, how's this going to connect back? But I see
you
what you did
sometimes
there.
I get lost, but I found my way back, you know?
So that was a good course correction there. Sometimes the universe just knows, you know?
And the chat was going, oh, Team Chris is getting lost. This boy podcasted out there. We know. Hey, I learned from y'all, you know? Y'all make me better. But the thing is, on the other end, what better story, as you mentioned, that most improved award recipient winner that we got, Silentscope, the adaptations that he's made to go the distance here. So we're going to see a battle of some interesting adaptations between both sides to decide who gets that right to take on Boss and Grams.
And this match is super important because this will determine if the grand finals is going to be an A-groove mirror or A versus K if Silentscope can get a shot at a run belt, right? And the flow of those matches are very, very different. As mentioned, A-groove, you kind of can't really attack. I mean, if you're attacking, you're giving K-groove bars, right? And I could drop bars too right now if, you know, production, you know, dropped a quick beat for me. Silentscope putting up Chang first. Interesting. The knowledge check worked out here.
Looks like RonOasis is having some Choi problems here.
I mean,
looking like Johnny Depp in Nightmare on Elm Street. You know, it's a nightmare. That's what you know he's in. Okay, good jump in there by Chang. And then better roll there. RonOasis closing the distance here.
And again, this is where you got to run away because Silentscope does have the confirms, and he might even just bust out the super, especially in the corner if Dave on block.
And we've seen the damage that he does off of that. But so far, it looks like Choi is doing most of the work here.
Nice. Activate. Oh,
the scum gale, it's happening there. Now Choi's got to chase the big boy as he watches him get the damage as the maiden match is doing up in the HP. Oh, bursting through the chain, but he holds on with just one link. JD going up in it, and he falls flat. RonOasis catching and punishing, despite that shorty being a little bit of a thorn in the backside of RonOasis here. RonOasis is like, hey, I've been slugging it out in the desert out here through this losing bracket, man. What makes you think I can't survive the thunder?
One thing to point out, right, you do get like a life buff when you're in rage, so that's one reason why that combo didn't kill. The other reason, when you started out with command grab, you're actually scaling your custom combo a little bit. It counts as a hit.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was a good play by RonOasis, and he did knock out the first character. We got a pretty fair match here. Not going to do 75% of the bar there. Wow, full screen slide.
Yeah, Silentscope needs to get that knockdown with Morgan here and get some of that Oki going. Yeah, got chased down there, got a little extracurricular. RonOasis buys himself a little bit of time. Now he's got that he's got the activation on deck. Ready to go and take down Succubus, who is mad. She's pissed.
And now we got to run. We got to run away. Nice activate. Oh,
good side switch by Silentscope, though. And then he gets those links in there, and we're talking about that double vision. I think this is going to be a finest. No, but it's good enough.
They're still pretty fine, and that's the thing, right? The activate, I'm surprised that he actually did end up getting clipped from the Morgan fly. Maybe he wasn't able to get the lack of trip guard tag there. And
now we've seen Ron go the distance here with the mileage that he gets off Ken with the A group here. Especially if he can continue to force it against the corner there. Hurricane season though, but it only benefits Silentscope. It throws him out of the eye of the storm.
Gonna convert off that. There is actually a pretty decent Ken custom to do on Morgan's fly if you activate. Just go into Fierce Uppercut and then Tatsu and then corner carry off of that. Very character-specific stuff.
Empty jump into the low. Gets a little bit out of it, though. But, oh, let's see Silentscope. He connects again. This time we're seeing twice of the double vision. Gets the job done, taking him out twice. I mean, RonOasis really looked like he built himself a big advantage there. But those two clutch plays by Morgan really shows why this character switch has worked out in his favor as Silentscope pulls away with a two-character advantage. He got Rugal back there just petting his panther. Chilling.
Yeah, I think what really worked out for Scope there is he was able to get those hit confirms that he missed in the winners finals. So this could also be preparation for if and when I do get that run back against BAS. I want to be able to hit these DIs, right? So,
the DIs, you say?
Darkness Illusion.
The Darkness Illusion.
I know, I mean, I play Melee as well, right? Like, I know what's up. I know Melee's pretty big.
I just wanted to make sure because, you know, there's going to be some kid in the chat like, oh, Riz.
I mean, look, guys, I'll commentate anything, anywhere. Well, here we go. Losers finals.
I've been doing Texas. So let me kick off the show with that another player. Silentscope makes an adaptation, bringing out Choi a bit. Bringing out Chang earlier.
Nice, and that's why you want to run away. Get the corner carry.
Especially that level 3 damage that he gets off that with that K group, and then adding the insult to injury. We saw how much of a problem Choi was earlier.
Whoa, that was sick.
Yeah, using those medium punches to stand up in there. Got Chang a little bit angrier again here, but using those excellent pokes. Love that roundhouse kick that he has, but who would bet that Choi would be able to defeat that, to outspeed the projectile there with his flight?
Choi doesn't care about the Orochi Blood or Psycho Power or none of that.
Or the Nest Saga either, none of us do.
Oh boy,
I was saving that one for Ron.
Happier, Chris.
That's a lot of pressure trying to jump away here as Mama Haha can only look on and watch, and that jump arc able to buy himself a little bit of time, but it might not matter here because Silentscope, I mean, the work he can do with this Morgan, especially if he can get an early knockdown, which he does, takes to the skies, but the activation does Ron is using it here as a get off me. And finally gets to see some Mama Haha in action. Oh, the Darkness Illusion not happening.
That's a Valkyrie turn.
Oh, that one was that. Yeah, correct. It's hard to tell sometimes because I see it coming in from this guy.
I listened to what she said. Something different. Nice links here from RonOasis. Gets it again. Oh no, not quite.
Great use of the lows there, and then connects with that and with the
Shadow Blade super.
Yeah, the Shadow Blade super as an anti-air. She's got one of those. You know, she has a command grab too. For those of you wondering.
Yeah,
I love that taunt.
What's the name of that? I was talking with Silentscope last night. I was like, I forgot the name of the command grab, and then it came to me after he left, and now I forgot it again.
I keep forgetting which half circle it is. That's what throws it off for me. Air JD there by Silentscope buys up a little bit of time, trying to get as much HP as you can off of that. Because one JD away from getting powered up too and sneaking into level 3. Good usage of RonOasis here to close the distance here. Silentscope on match point now. But this is a good place for Ron.
Yeah, if Ron, nice. Oh no, no, that one. Oh, gets the overhead anyway.
Yeah, big dome off that back medium kick. Yes, Genocide Cutter with that confirm. I used to piss off a lot of people in Calera with that. They used to do the optimal combo in Calera 98. You know? That crouching fear is happening, giving him the business. That's my favorite button that Rugel's got into play. Yeah, that deceptive way. He can just jump in and take him with it. We got it. Drop kicks indeed. Silentscope completing, going the distance here. And now Silentscope advances past losers final, going into grands against Boss, and we're playing for this baby right here.
Creeping Bipson. No, check it out, fellas. The 25th anniversary. And something that you might have missed. I, as a graphic designer, got to point this out. I didn't make the design. I'm just saying, a little Hado in the 5, it's so subtle and hard to see, but it's pretty cool.
It's like that arrow in the FedEx logo.
Yeah. Once you see it again, unsee it.
Yep, it's perfect.
Yes, who is going to get this? Can I have it? Maybe. If I enter at the 26th anniversary of Texas Showdown and I grind hard up, maybe we'll be in the grand finals. We'll have Boss and Silentscope commentate for us. But I
got a lot of work to do on my Iori, and especially bringing N-Groove out of the forefront here. I also really like how it's like kind of it's the logo is just so similar to space missions as well that you got going on there, shooting that beam off to the sky, going out with that satellite. That's fantastic.
Since 2001, man, this is awesome. I love Texas Showdown.
2001, I was a lowly DDR player, soon to be DDR champion. Never imagined I'd be here.
Weighs quite a bit too. Let me put it right on the logo. Hold on. Look at that. Look at that. That positioning right there. I'm just trying to get that negative edge. Oh no, I'm messing it up. There we go.
So here we got grand finals going on here. It's going to be Boss versus Silentscope. Don't want to count out Silentscope's efforts here. I mean, he continues to swing towards the Giants at the gods, showing no fear. But let's give a shout out to RonOasis with that third place finish. I mean, really a dark horse throughout this bracket. And then his unorthodox, the 4 characters he used on A-Groove. I don't like saying it's unorthodox because I feel like I see a lot of the same characters with so much A-Groove usage in the tournament. No. But, I mean, really seeing Ken, Iori, Nakaruru, and Terry going the distance there, making it in the top 3. You have yourself a great weekend, man. I mean, that was an incredible performance.
I mean,
honored to watch.
You got a new fan. You know, we're definitely gonna talk shop, talk about some Ken. He did have the anti-air custom. It was like a cross-cut DP setup, but because of the way that it hit, he did jab DP fierce roll. The follow-up jab DP fierce roll is not going to connect. You end up getting far fierce. It doesn't combo. So what you want there is jab DP and then roll. And then you got to eyeball from there and pick. Are you going to do like stand jab and then carry into the corner? But that's the beauty of characters like Ken and Iori, where you can kind of eyeball certain combos.
And I mean, we saw his DP roll usage with Iori, which was fantastic.
Yeah. So he definitely got the chops for that.
And I still love that Shoryuken, Tatsu, and then getting a Shinryuken that he pulled off there. That was absolutely fantastic.
He's definitely going to hit the highlight reel. But again, fellas, we're moving into the grand finals, where the winner is going to get access to this to fit in their carry-on luggage. Right? Is it going to be Silentscope 88, twitch.tv/Silentscope88, or will it be They both actively stream this game as well.
Different hours too, you know.
Yeah.
I always see Box's notification at 3:30 in the morning. Keeping busy in this game with his excellence as well as he does in Super Turbo and the Alpha Series. He's had a busy back-to-back top 3 performances in Alpha 3 and Alpha 2.
That's right. And CBS. So he's sitting on
CBS 1,
2 first place finishes.
I said it again.
Yeah, no, that's all right. It's all right. I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah, sitting on 3 grand final appearances, now 4 with Capcom vs SNK 2. Nice. And we do see that Silentscope putting up Chang first instead. Maybe decided, I don't want to fight Vega in the middle. Oh, and got the roll activate, the classic. It worked then, and it works now. Finish this one out.
Yeah, that was just so clutch there, and then he uses that projectile reflect. I forgot the name of that one in particular, but it's fantastic. And then getting the job done there. For those who don't know why Yamazaki has one hand in his pocket, it's a tribute to his Oyashi and his Mafia fight, his Yakuza fight, who he's trying to avenge. And he reflects that fireball. I told you, he pocketed it, gets it right back.
I thought you were going to mention something about a taxi cab. Again, I didn't know where you were going, but nice roll cancel there.
Oh, that genocide cutter, yeah, that confirmed. Goes off the wayside there. But still recovers it with the throw. See what he can get out of it. Good throw there by Yamazaki. About to get a 2-character advantage here, especially if he can get that activation on deck.
Nice guard on that roundhouse and no guard crush for Silentscope.
We've seen it time and time again. BAS will gladly take those trades with the Serpent Slashes. He's been able to stop a lot of moves, a lot of dominant moves that can really take on neutral when they come in form, but he's been able to really get, if not the trade, get able to beat them outright. And we've seen examples, especially in the last 2 characters, especially against Rugal, also as well as Silentscope's Chang. Now on paper, Rugal doesn't have. Let's see what happens. Yes, he does. What a juggle.
Using the jump roundhouse and then juggling into the medium punch. Silentscope has no choice but to clap it out for that one. Man, add that to the combo trials.
Man, he is just, when you've got it and he's just throwing dirt all over that all-terrain vehicle there, he is just playing dirty at the Sega Rally Championship. And baits that DP. Let's get a bunch of a punish on there with the Devil's Reverse. Stops the fight with that stand roundhouse.
That Shadow Blade recovers a bit early, and then of course with K-Groove you have access to just defend 1 frame earlier than actual guarding. So one of the benefits of K-Groove. Let's see if Silentscope can chase down here in this game 1.
Yeah, BAS does not want to run into any of those changes, those confirmations happening going on there. But he chases him down. I love the way Silentscope fits in that button there to send back on the anti-air. Then the chase with the fly. It's amazing when you're able to go and establish a no-fly zone against Dictator, just being able to pull him from the sky, some of the places where he makes himself the most comfortable.
And let's see if BAS can activate. I think, yep.
Yeah, he got it. Lets him know. You may use the same moves as me, but I'm letting you know I'm going to fight you like it was Tuesday.
That was a meter management decision, right? So if he activated, the best punish, if available for Silentscope, would have been number 1, no button press. Number 2, getting a JD on the crouching light kick, at which point BAS would not do a crouching light kick. If he, in that middle of the activate, he's already decided, did Scope put out a button, yes or no? What Scope is looking for is activate, let me JD and uppercut. So BAS was going to activate there no matter what, looking for either the guard crush or getting the hit and closing it out. So, good play for BAS, game 1.
Very good play here. And if he gets a little bit more of that, he can go and take this bad boy and some amazing hardware that Riz has been holding on to. And you're on the thing. I know you want one of your own, man. I can tell.
I'm like, yeah, I'm scheming for it.
Well, one play here by BAS can definitely take it and go the distance there. Let's see if he can get some of that. Good job. Whip punish on that crouching fierce there. Silentscope really can steal a lot of neutral with that. But Yamazaki Serpent Slash is going, and we're already breaking omelets. Both stars and chickies in sight as it's true love making for all.
You can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs. We are sitting on bar here. The Silentscope can get 1 JD, but not going to be able to get it.
Yeah, BAS is neutral going on there, and he's got that A group full charge scored up. So definitely in tow. He's got it for the next round. He can use it against Silentscope's Chang.
And 55.2. Always looking at the clock.
Yeah, and this time around, I mean, it was Silentscope bringing Rugal out for the first time. We haven't seen him using the first Rugal as the first character in the last few sets, if I recall. He's been kicking it off with Chang.
He tried to Chang in game 1 here against BAS. It didn't work out.
Man, so usually it's Troy that's been able to outspeed some of the projectiles. This time around, the Serpent Slash proving dominant.
Yeah, roll cancel is going to be an effective tool. I mean, Yama's, if you want to consider that a projectile, it's definitely one of the better ones in the game. You got a high, mid, low. 2 grabs out of it.
Yeah, series of throws. Even with the wrecking ball in his face, he's like, you ain't Miley Cyrus. Get over here. And then he
I
continues
feel
to
you
slam
on
him. Not discouraged in any way. Silentscope is down to a succubus for his tournament life here. See what he can get out of this Morrigan that he just brought into the conversation. That's a great reflex there. The pair of it done. This time the second one does connect. Pushes him back behind the Billy Kane at this plus stop.
Didn't get the JD, unfortunately, on that reflect fireball, but still looking pretty healthy from a life bar perspective. There goes the JD. He might activate here.
Yeah, just a quick chip will do it, and that'll close it down to one character to go. But still, you got Dictator, and this could end very soon with a paint the bus performance we got going on there.
Nice punish.
Pair of it as well, gets himself the chain. Silentscope off to a good start here. They can't, oh, the ear-to-air miss, got stuffed on the DP.
Now we have bar. The boss might have to activate just to kill out the time on the rage. Let's see how he's gonna do it. Right now, walking away from it, that's even better. Doesn't have to spend the bar.
Yeah, and you can just take some of those kicks there as long as that meter goes away. I know the damage gets buffed a little bit there as well, but as long as you don't get hit with that level 3 super, you can write it off and fight another round. Shadowblade taking a good JD there by Silentscope.
Nice pickup!
Oh, it's gonna go the distance. Can it happen? Level 1 gonna come in, and he is, oh, just almost there by a pixel. Darkness Illusion, nobody home. Oh no, it's a Valkyrie turn, the Valkyrie turn! Valkyrie turned on him with the finest KO. And he was able to, Boss was able to clutch it out regardless. He knew which move was coming out, stayed smart there, and he is your Texas Showdown 2026 champion. What an amazing maneuver. I mean, Silentscope brought everything out of the bag, man.
I mean, that's super. You don't see it a lot, the Valkyrie turn. In my understanding, and I might be wrong, I don't know if it's exactly like that in this game, so don't quote me on it, fellas. Don't clip this out of context, but I thought she's invincible all the way through unless she ends up hitting a button.
Yeah.
And Silentscope did end up hitting a button near the tail end of it, and that's where the roll cancel Psycho Crusher beat it out. It was like the slowest possible KO that he could have gotten.
It's still traded. Which
well, no,
so
he got
fantastic.
the roll cancel Psycho Crusher, and so it was the finest KO.
Oh, that's what it does. That's what got it. Okay, that's what triggered it.
Yeah.
It just looked like there was just a lot, like those different 4 options coming into play. But what a way to conclude an awesome, exciting matchup that we got going on. And then
Wait, can I say bye to him? Bye-bye. Maybe next year. All right, here you go. Thank you.
It's gorgeous. Shout outs to the designers and the people at Texas Showdown making this amazing tournament come apart, making this awesome top 8 as well. And thank you as well for calling out some of the nuances and the technical stuff in this game, because really, I mean, the ceiling is as high as the atmosphere can possibly get. As much as these players can breathe it in, man, you see those nuances come out, and that's what makes CVS 2 just such an awesome game, and how much you can get more varied in tech with it. But hey, let's take it away from the ceremony.
2001.
All right, fellas. So we do have our top 8, and one comment that you made about like the game and hit in the ceiling. I feel like this game has been solved, right, with how much it's been played in the last 20 years. It's definitely like we understand the tier list, but where we can push the meta is better conversions on our supers, or better JDs and better parries, more consistency to really like push it. And Boss has just been the most consistent. And here we got our top 8 medal ceremony going.
Yeah, shout out Suavion and CleverAdvisor putting on a great effort, making it here in the distance. Can I point out something else, Riz, that's amazing about this tournament also? Did you see Sagat? There was a Sagat free top 8. How awesome is that?
Well, it's because Justin wasn't here.
No Sagat in the top 8 we got going on there. Shout out to aznmnky. Amazing performance there. Qualifying in the top 8 on the winner's side there. Get it done. Sonic O, another top 4 finish as well. Representing Texas, doing it right. I mean, this guy has been in top 8s for CVS2 for as long as I've been coming out to Texas Showdown. Great show. But RonOasis, man, with this top 3 performance here, that A-Groove mastery, you love to see it. Silentscope here.
Definitely surprised a lot of folks.
He was just fantastic. Silentscope,
the fan favorite Silentscope, one of the most dedicated CVS2 players we have around the world. Repping the Olympic shirt, national tournament in Japan that Boss runs around Thanksgiving of every year.
And then the roll cancel Psycho Crusher to take out the Valkyrie. Boss does it, and he does it well. I mean, there were some good fights. I mean, some rounds, a lot of players like aznmnky and Silentscope were able to kind of get some good close sets on Boss, having to make Boss put in the work. But he proved too strong once he figured it out, either by Yamazaki or by Claw or Blanca or Dictator. Sorry, he was able to really do the distance there. So really just an amazing, another piece of hardware that Boss continues to get on. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's got more than one shelf.
Yeah, no, I've seen it.
CVS
No, I've actually seen his collection, and you know what? He's just holding that for me. I'm gonna play him for it. Maybe a FT3, FT5, whatever whatever he's down for. I'm gonna play him for it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take it away real quick. No, I'm just playing.
We're looking forward to it. Hey,
Boss is, he's always stressed out about every tournament. In his heart, he's like, I'm gonna win, but he's always nervous about it.
And you could see it in the alpha games when he was going against Okudo. You could see like just areas where he was really getting pushed to a limit, but as a player, I could tell that that's really what you're looking for. That's really why you stamp your passport to come out here and really show out. So that kind of competition, Boss continues to love rising to that.
Yeah.
And we continue to see more faces coming out, both new and old, and really just new characters coming into play. And hey, who would imagine the top 8 would have Sagat? Quite a relief.
Yeah, that is rare. We saw a lot more uncommon characters, but I think even when it comes to like the nerve factor, like this is the game that Boss is known for, right? Boss is known for Capcom versus SNK 2, and so there were a lot of nerves there, especially in that winners finals where Silentscope was keeping it super close. By the time it got to the grand finals, I think Boss was a bit less frazzled, felt confident, was making really good decisions. I would love to interview them at some point to get their thoughts on the match.
Of course, yeah.
Because I thought there were a lot of interesting exchanges. There were characters moving around as well. And that's the part I was talking about the meta. Like, the game has been solved, but there's small things on how do I elevate this a bit further? How do I make it so that I get my meter faster?
Right.
Use my meter more effectively, and how do I manage my opponent's meter? And that's the part about the game that's still evolving. IMHO, in my honest opinion. But if you guys want to give this game a go, there's communities all throughout, the United States. Of course, this tournament run every month.
Many different ways to play. I mean, over in Miami, for instance, we got a head-to-head cabinet that we got people throwing down on. The Capcom Fighting Collection 2 is popping. I mean, like, one of my best friends, Blue Minder, did incredible work to make the game more accessible on Fightcade, especially during the pandemic, and a lot of players that came out of the woodwork with that, some of which we saw, like you mentioned, was it CleverAdvisor, I think it was?
Yeah,
who was able to come out there and put in that work. So it's amazing to see like those adaptations come about, because we got Fightcade players, Xbox players, I mean maybe even a Dolphin player, that being the GameCube emulator that people played online back then, me and Kylera player. So I mean like all those that we see coming out here, and how they were able to all come in here from the bring that out in the element as well. And the only thing I really wanted to see more of was a custom combo with Terry. But hey,
we got to see one.
We got to see some good stuff. So that's what it's all about. So this is fantastic to be a part of, man. Awesome, always awesome to commentate with you, Riz.
Yeah, for sure.
I had a blast last year in Seattle doing Super Turbo with you. It was really one of my favorite Super Turbo tournaments to commentate.
That was an exciting top 8. Let me give a shout out to Full Bar Esports for holding it down on production the last couple of days. They're still going. I think, are you guys running Third Strike after this?
Yeah, Third Strike's coming up next.
Third Strike,
I'll be on there with
Fighter 3. All right. Yeah, I mean, I gotta practice on my Third Strike comms at some point, but yeah, big ups to Full Bar Esports. This is not easy work, and they allowed us to watch this exciting top 8. Big ups to Texas Showdown as well. Letting me come through for the 25th anniversary just to commentate. That's pretty hype as well.
Man, like, it's an honor.
It is a huge honor to be able to do that, and also watch your friends go out there and play their hearts out.
I never take a second of this for granted.
Yeah,
believe me. And you can always just type in Team Chris and say whatever you want about me to me. I'm always listening. I'm always an open door, man. This community, for better or worse, love me, hate me, you guys have always made me a better commentator, and I just appreciate you watching this and tuning in all the way to the end with us. It's always a privilege. I never take a second of this for granted.
Yeah. And don't betray the lore. All right, just don't do it. Don't betray the lore, and all will be well. I guess I'll be signing out for now. You probably rest up a little bit and
maybe
get some tea, and get prepared for that third strike. It is also a jazzy auto qualifier, all right? That's huge. And my boy, one of my good friends, Nika KO, I know is probably the favorite to win it. He's in the winner's top 8 as well, so Lloyd, looking out for you. Good luck to you, but it is a jazzy auto qualifier, which is exciting.
It is.
And, you know, yeah, you don't want to miss out, fellas.
Indeed. Looking forward to it. See y'all soon.